Hey guys, Andrew here from Aloha Quails. Today we're going to take a look at what you should do if you need to mix two different groups of quails together. So when you mix two groups of quails together, a common occurrence that can happen is they'll fight. So if you add 3 new quails or 4 new quails to an existing colony, it can cause you problems. So I'm going to show you today what you can do to stop that happening. Now, a lot of people will take quails and they'll pull some out to make a bigger group before adding them back in. Sometimes that can take 2 or 3 days to do it properly and not get fighting. What I've learned is that you can do it by adding any amount of quails to any existing group and get away with it in minutes. So I have a few quails here that I'm adding to an existing cage, and there's a really quick way to do this, and I'm going to show you how. The first step is to take your quails that are in the smaller group and just add them straight into your bigger group. Now, if I was just to leave these quails alone, I would probably come back and either find one of those 3 that I just added with feathers missing, possibly even damage to their face or eyes, especially if you add a male to a group that already has existing males. To get around this sort of fighting or aggressiveness that you might see when adding them, I've came up with this, the magic bottle. Now, what this is 50% white vinegar and 50% water. And what I'm going to do is just spray everybody. So everybody's just going to get a very liberal coating of this. Don't worry about the quails. This doesn't hurt them. They're not fans of it. Even if it was just water that you were spraying them with, they would still react the same. They just want to move away from it. It is kind of a little bit uncomfortable. But by doing this, these guys will not fight. You can add 1 quail to an existing group of 20, and as long as everybody gets sprayed with the magic water, there will be no fighting. I discovered this purely by mistake. I was treating a quail that had been taken out of the cage because of bumblefoot, and when I put him back in, I was spraying the foot of it, and I noticed that when I added it back in after being gone for almost 2 weeks, there was not any fighting. Since then, anytime I have younger quails and I add them into an existing cage, this spray, it just has the miracle effect of making them not fight. I believe it's because they can't smell and they can't detect who was new and who was added, because now they all smell the same. But there is absolutely no fighting that's going to happen in this cage. I've not had any feather pulling or any damage to any of my quails since I've started doing this. Okay guys, you've been watching Aloha Quails. That's how to add quails together and get no fighting. It's 50% water, 50% white vinegar. It's a very strong smell and it works. So if you have any questions or comments, throw them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.